Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner, classic, known classics. This is episode 2258, Doubleshot number 2152. Got two DC trades. The first one is another volume for this particular series, and I love this series, though it's not as good. I felt this was just a tiny bit of a step down from the last trade. What series I'm talking about? Fairest. Yes, Fairest. One of like three spinoffs of Fables. Now, Bill Willingham is a consultant on the series. Yes, he's a consultant on these issues. The book itself is written by someone completely different, who's not Bill Willingham. It's by Sean E. Williams. Artwork by, oh my gosh, for something that is roughly about 6 issues, it's like, okay, it's 15 and 20 of Fable, of the series Fairest. You have approximately 8 different artists in this damn book. You have Steven Sawowski, Phil Jimenez, Andrew Peppoy, Dan Green, Russ Braun, Megan Hedrick, Christian Almy, and Jose Marzin. Yep, that is pretty much your artist for this book. Now, what's the story for this one? Well, it's basically a version of Arabian Nights. Mostly, anyways. Now, the character in this book is completely original. The main one female character, because this is all about the women of Fables. But we actually have a character we are familiar with. Prince Charming, Snow White's ex-husband. Yes. Yeah. This is something quite strange about him. He apparently is here in this country, which apparently was ravaged by the adversary. I'm like, that is interesting. Oh, and by the way, the adversary, if you're curious though, who the heck was this guy? It was Geppetto. I am not kidding about that. Geppetto, as in the creator of Pinocchio. He was responsible for destroying the homelands. So we have this, so we do a version of Arabian Nights. That's literally what this book is. Basically, Prince Charming is literally acting like something for Arabian Nights. That's literally what this is. And he's here. He becomes the Maharaja of this new country, which is called, actually, I don't know what name this country is, but over the course, because falls in love with the woman in the book, her name is Natalie, very beautiful woman. Guy in there may be very beautiful. And he basically slowly falls in love because he feels very natural the fact they fall in love with each other. It doesn't go anywhere, but it's still a very interesting book. But like I said, it's a slight bit of a step down for their Rapunzel stuff. But yeah, still a pretty good book. Good book at 9 out of 10. This book in particular, this next book, a friend of mine called out the writer on Twitter over what happened in the opening scene of the first issue. Yes, he called him out on Twitter over this. What book is he, you might ask? A book that basically is, from what I can tell, not been well received by fans. Batman Fortress. You're probably thinking, Nick, why the heck did you get this book? Well, why I want to review it. And 2, because basically I like the artwork. By the way, the writer of this book also wrote Rogue One. Yes, as in Star Wars Rogue One. Quite possibly, of the 2 anthology movies that Disney released for their Star Wars banner, the best one. Because people don't like Solo very much. People love Rogue One. George Lucas loved Rogue One. Okay, the opening scene of this book, and this is something that apparently he got called out for, was he a Batman, look at these monitors, and ignoring a full-scale riot. The reason? Oh, we have this alien invasion going on, and we need Superman. Okay? By the way, yeah, in the back basically seeks help from Lex Luthor, Aqualad, Red Arrow, and, believe it or not, Chipmunk, the Squirrel Green Lantern. Yeah. Though the artwork I should mention though is done by Derek Roberts, who's a really good artist. I love this guy's artwork. Yeah. The faces are really good. Yeah, that's the primary reason I bought this, because I love the artwork. So yeah, it basically starts out with the, now that's not this. This is seeing the open book now. Is that what gets criticized? Yeah, Bruce Wayne deals with a break-in, and of course the bat signal goes up. Oh, by the way, here's Harvey Bullock on this artwork, and that's actually pretty good, Harvey. Yeah, so he decides not to help out with the full-scale riot. Nope, because basically he thinks there's an alien invasion going on. Yeah, seriously. And, yeah, this is the reason why that he was called out on Twitter for this. Yeah. So, yeah. Only this one thing, yeah, Batman just ignoring this riot. Well, kind of. Well, he does deal with looters. Yeah, and then he goes to Gotham Harbor where he runs into the frickin' Penguin. Then the Joker. Love the Joker's artwork, by the way. Yeah, I really wish they keep this artist on here. And after he runs these two, okay. So you have Gordon, you have Harvey Bullock, you have Batman, Alfred's in here too. Joker fell off a bridge. Well, I don't know, he faked this did something. This guy here kind of looks like he's Dan DiDio. Yes, seriously. Is it just me, or does the guy look like a younger version of Dan DiDio? I'm not sure. Maybe Derek Roberts did it on purpose. Oh yeah, apparently these are t-shirts like, I survived the blackout, Gotham City. What the heck? Yeah, so fly away. So then now apparently the Justice League's emergency headquarters is on this island in the middle of nowhere. So the Justice League for this book is made up of Batman, Hawkman, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, who's got a beard, The Flash, and Wonder Woman. Now you're probably thinking, why the heck would the writer of this book, which his name is Gary Whitta, okay, so his line for the Justice League is actually not a bad lineup, though. Yeah, without Superman, no, there is one person missing from this group. Okay, you have Superman. Superman's one of the group, obviously. Yeah, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, Flash. Okay, and Martian Manhunter. Okay, not bad lineup. Hawkman's for interesting conclusion, but not a bad idea. I'm sure it's probably Carter Hall in that mask. So basically, I'll agree. Look at where Superman is. Yeah, and by the way, do any of these heroes die? Well, you have Cyborg sliced in half, but he lives. Yeah, Barry gets injured, but don't worry, they all survive. Yeah, Gary Wood, I'm sure he probably could have killed them off, but he probably would have told, hey, you can feature them, but don't kill them, because they're active in their books, so you cannot kill them. So he continues looking for Superman. So then we have these aliens who go to this farm. I'm sure, from what it's in Kansas. Now you're probably thinking, is this the Kent farm? I'm not sure. They don't specifically say. Oh yeah, it is the Kent farm. Yeah, and they burn the ground for reasons. Of course, Batman's injured. So then he tries to get help from the Green Lanterns. So he contacts the dicks who run it, the Guardians of the Universe, which every reader who's read DC Comics for a long time knows the fact that the Guardians are nothing more than pieces of crap who basically don't care about their own personal things. So, okay, so we need a Green Lantern. It's like, I'm not sure. I'm not expecting. I'm sure. Space Sector 2014 has been under protection of Green Lantern for thousands of years. It has. Then why is it now? Earth is currently attacked by an alien forces of vast spirit. So why haven't you responded? Why did Justice Cruz return our call? Justice Cruz is unavailable. Then Signature, you have people on one job. You have one job, or I'm going to have missing him here. That was the creative answer to launch of fear. Why you leave us defenseless? Earth is hard defenseless with your Tony. I don't know where he is. He may no longer be on Earth. Wait, you do know something about this. Yeah, so they won't interfere because of politics. Yeah, if he was there right now, Batman would probably beat the crap out of every single one of these Guardians because basically they're full of bullcrap. He's like, I'm not done. He's like, stupid. So yeah, we're still looking for Suit Man. Yeah. So, alien invasion going on. No Green Lanterns available. You read this like, what the heck? What is this? Where are the Green Lanterns? All busy. That's the excuse of saying, yeah, we're completely stupid. We're going to ignore this because of some stupid treaty or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure if Batman basically was asked to, hey, Hal, this is probably what they would have. Hey, Hal, can you give me a lift at Oa? I need to beat the crap out of your bosses for basically ignoring alien invasion. Yeah, Hal would be like, sure, I'll give you a lift. He gets there, take him to the Guardians. Batarang every one of the phases, except Ganthet, because he's a nice one. Yep, so they continue looking for Superman. Yeah, and then they run into... These aliens run into, of all people, Perry White. Yes, Perry White. So they go to the alien planet, and here's Perry White with a freaking shotgun. I've got a shotgun. If you're curious where I get that from, I get that from Fairest. He does it whenever he does one of his Resident Evil reviews. So he thinks basically like he doesn't know Clark Kent is Superman. So then of course, then we see the CIA black site where Lex Luthor is there, and he says, "Well, I'm Republican. It's not like they're not going to vote for me anyways." Yes, Lex Luthor is a confirmed Republican. Okay. Oh, so I think this is supposed to be Lex, but they don't say. Okay, it is. Yeah. So Lex is a Republican. So is Gary Whitta implying Batman is Democrat here because he didn't vote for Lex? He probably didn't vote for Lex because Lex is a dick. And he basically doesn't like him personally. So you cannot say that Batman is Democrat just because he didn't vote for him. Because Lex is Republican. So this is perfectly standard. Some people will vote people who are part of the party, and vote people who don't, and they vote for somebody else who they don't like. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. So yeah, Lex looks weird. I'm not really sure why Derek Robinson drew him this way. It looks different than how he's normally drawn. Like, it's like basically like he gave a lot of people the same type of faces. So Lex agrees to work with him. I love the Batplane. So awesome. So I was like, okay, you're light on the president. So then Lex. So okay, so apparently this for y'all in this book, Lex is the president. So find the crater here. And find more aliens. Like one apparently can. Oh, he's actually alive. And then finally, oh yeah, we finally sent a freaking Green Lantern. The square one. Yes, Dial. Yes. So we send not Hal, not Guy, not John, not Kyle, not Simon. I mean, they mentioned Jessica Cruz. Like, okay, what about the male Green Lanterns? You can contact any of them? Now, I'm sure that this is my personal theory, what happened here, why he was included instead of one of the other ones. My theory is that probably editorial probably told him no, we couldn't include any of them in here. That is my guess. Heck, I wouldn't take Kilowog. Kilowog is more familiar name Green Lantern than this guy. Dial. Okay, so he's not a chipmunk. He's not sure what type of species he is, but he looks it looks like a cat. Yeah, so okay. So he agrees to work with him. Oh, by the way, here's the bat suit under Derek Robinson's artwork, which, yeah, I gotta say, it's a pretty good bat suit. Though it's interesting, though, they define his physique with this suit. Yeah. And then he runs into Detective Chimp. Okay, that's awesome. Detective Chimp. I'm like, okay, if this is Detective Chimp, where's your hat? Yes, what's the hat you like to wear? Well, I like the fact he's smoking and he's holding on his other hand because we can get to the chimpanzee. So, always love this Detective Chimp. Neil Adams told me this once, basically, one of the times I met him. He is, well, I could tell, basically, he talked about the fact that when Detective was when he was announced by Just Like Dark, he was more excited to Detective than the Man-Bat. Implying Neil Adams was a big fan of Detective Chimp. He told me this. I know because I met him. Like, heck, I even mentioned a conversation I once had with Neil Adams, and this was legit, not something I made up. I mentioned to Tom King about the death threats he got at Batman 50. And his response was they should bring back the concept of spanking. And according to Tom King, that's something he would say. So he appreciated that. So they go to Barbados. No one's not the guy from Dark Crisis. Yeah, then he basically runs into Aqualad. Yes, Jackson Hyde. So he's with a bunch of other guys. So he's basically recruiting. Of course, then we have Star City, who recruits Red Arrow. And, okay, so my guess is the reason why these two recruited, because Aquaman was already seen in the book, and he probably was not available. Actually, he was probably out of commission. So, Aquaman, okay, fine. But Green Arrow? You probably think, okay, so did Editor Home no for Green Arrow 2? It's possible, so yeah, Lex gets his submarine, gets basically his new, gets a presidential version of his Lex armor. Yes, the famous Lex suit that Neil Adams designed for him. Yes, Neil Adams was the one who designed the Lex war suit. Yep, look it up. It's 100% completely true. So yeah, then of course for next issue, they have Batman's team, who by the way is not the Justice League. It's just this team. So they go break into the Fortress of Solitude. Yes, seriously, and they fight a crystal monster, which is awesome. So yeah, so they deal with various other stuff. Then, Finally Saved by Red Arrow. And you probably think, okay, where is Superman? And then they arrive at the fortress, and then we see Superman, Stadrell's head. Oh yeah, then they finally find Superman. In this. What is this thing? It's a healing chamber. Why is he here? And he's like, what are you doing here? How'd you get back from security? And he brought you into my home? You didn't leave me without a choice. Earth under attack, and you were AWOL. I needed this help to get in here. That's a fight back. Untook from who? I think we saw your father's message. I hope that would never come to this. You have to understand the technology weapons are matching powers. So yeah. So then, of course, the aliens arrive. So they fight them. Oh, Crypto's here. Yeah, Crypto is magically here for some reason. So Crypto's okay, but not Green Arrow or the male Green Lanterns. Yeah, so you were trained for your person. You have been here long enough. It's a human thing. These people are my allies. I hate them and hate me. Ask himself. It's true. He's awful. It's like worse. Kids, the girls are talking. That's so funny. Looking for it. Not happening. So yeah, they brawl with the aliens. It's a nice ending. Of course, Clark works with Superman. Okay, so apparently they confirm in this book they killed Cyborg. Yep. They killed Cyborg. Oh, don't worry. He basically is in office. Don't worry. And then we have, Otis. Yes, Otis. Lex's right hand, who was VP. He's now the president. So Lex has resigned. Yes. Did Lex die? Yeah, Lex just disappears. Just completely random from the scene. Okay, so Lex did die. So they killed off Lex. So yeah, so they have 2 confirmed deaths. Lex and... So apparently also Perry Titan retires. And Lois Lane is basically new editor-in-chief. And we have Batman flying in space with a slightly new costume. Interesting. Yep, and that's the book ends. It's a pretty decent miniseries. Yes, I know the Riot thing is based on something else, but I do enjoy the humor in here. And it's strange, though, the fact how they kill off Lex by turning into a cube. So they confirmed 2 deaths in here, Lex and Cyborg. That was a bit out of nowhere. Yes. So you could say this book is not in continuity. Nope. Because here's the reason why. Lex is still very much alive in the main continuity. And so is Cyborg. Cyborg is on Titans. Excuse me. So, he's very much alive. And Lex is in prison currently right now. So, yeah, the miniseries is not canon, but it's pretty decent for what it is. It's funny, though. I gotta admit, basically, that my only gripe with this book, aside from some minor complaints with some faces, was the lack of the male Green Lanterns and Green Arrow. Yeah, there was no reason why they couldn't be in here. Yeah, there's no reason at all. So Batman recruits Red Arrow. Okay. Do they mention what happened to her brother? I mean, Aquaman basically, at least there's a reason why Aquaman's out of the story, because he was incapacitated partway through. So at least that's why Jackson Hyde's here, which is interesting. He's called Jackson, even though he's called by his Atlantean name in the other book. They swap back and forth. And he's currently got a boyfriend right now, so yeah. It's kind of weird. So, an okay non-canon miniseries. Probably the biggest highlight, like I said, is the artwork. Yeah. But yeah, I'm wrapping up here. So, next up is going to be one more Comic Corner, and I'm going to call it a night. Okay? Next video. Bye.